Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we're just 3 days away from launching our Patreon July reward. Not a puzzle, it's a full relay of puzzles by Jovial, who has created some genuinely approachable Sudoku and lots of it. So really that's going to be worth signing up for, and loads of people have joined our Patreon account overnight. We hope that continues, because also when we get to 5,000 patrons, which is less than 200 away at the moment, we are also going to release the Murder Mystery Sudoku Hunt created by Alice and No Feet McGee. And again, pretty approachable puzzles in that. So loads of stuff coming up that is going to be good fun to do. And I hope that the numbers in Patreon reflect that. So the link to our Patreon site is in the description field under the video, along with how to find your way to Discord, how to find all our apps. And the Killer app was recently updated, so an extra 20 puzzles. The way these apps work, people do occasionally ask, is that when they launch with 40 puzzles, and then roughly quarterly after that, and certainly by the end of a year, we release 20 puzzles each quarter roughly, and that makes it up to 100 puzzles. So that, I think, is how we do it anyway. So that is all going on, and then of course you can try today's puzzles. This has come in from G, one of the shortest possible pseudonyms, who Simon did his Death Star puzzle on May the 4th, presumably, I think he did. And that was good fun. It involved some of this German Whispers rule, which is involved again. So let me explain the rules here before you go off and play the puzzle or watch my solve. And on the lines, these German Whisper rules apply, so that any two connected cells connected on a line have to have a difference of at least 5. That's the rule. And that applies to all these purple lines. Then we have some killer cages in which numbers can't repeat, and the totals are shown. And there is a knight's move restriction in this puzzle. That's presumably going to be very important, so don't forget that as we go along. So two cells a knight's move apart cannot contain the same digit. So that's what we have. Give it a try on the link under the video. And I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. And we've got a 24 cage, so we know that that contains 9, 8, and 7. And now, using the knight's move, there are some cells, at least 2, which see all of those digits and can't be 9, 8, or 7. This one, for instance, sees both of those in the row, and that one by the knight's move. This one does much the same. And these two as well also see all these digits, and this one's on the German Whisper line. So it can be 6, 4, 3, 2, or 1, because it can't be 9, 8, and 7. It sees all of those cells. Now, can it... The thing to remember about these German Whisper lines is they can never have a 5 on, because that would need a number less than 1 or a number more than 9 to connect to. So they alternate between a number lower than 5 and a number higher than 5. And if you had a German Whisper in a straight line, one of the middle cells could never be 6 or 4, because 6 can only sit next to a 1, 4 can only sit next to a 9, and in a straight line, you'd have a 6 sandwiched between two 1s. So 6 and 4 can only go on the end of straight lines. These lines work like straight lines because of the knight's move. That's absolutely weird. Look. If I was to put a 4 here, say, forgetting the fact that this can't be a 9 for the moment, but that could never be a 4, because it would have to be surrounded on both sides of the line by a 9, and they would see each other by the knight's move. So in fact, this rule, this weird rule of no 4s and 6s in the middle, works. Now, it doesn't stop this being a 4 or a 6. If that's a 4, this is a 9. Which it could be, that would be a 9 as well. If that's a 6, this is a 1. And that can be 7, 8, or 9, and the same as that. Yeah, that. So. Where does 5 go? Look, I just said 5s can never be on the line, and we know it's not in this cell of the 24 cage. So 5 must be in the 14 cage here. with one high number and one low number. And I'm talking about 9, 8, 7, 6 as the high numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 as the low numbers. Now, the other digits that make up the 14 cage, apart from the 5, add up to 9. So one of those is higher than 5 and one of them is lower than 5. That's how that works. So in this cage, we've got 5 and 1 high and 1 low. On this line, we've got 1 high and 1 low because they're next to each other. Same on this one. So now we've used up 3 high, 3 low, and the 5, and we've got high here, so this has to be low. 1, 2, 3, or 4 there. Let's call low blue, and they alternate on that line with orange for high. Don't know why I've chosen those colours. So orange, all those 7, 8, and 9 are orange. Where does 5 go in this box? That's a nice question and a nice answer. 5 goes in one of those 2 cells because it can never be on the line. Now, the great thing about those is by the knight's move, they both see this cell. So that can't contain a 5. So 5 is in one of those 2 cells, not there, and therefore again in this box, it's in the 14 cage with a high and a low number. And the 8... That's beautiful. The 8 cage, well, it's not 9, but it couldn't ever be 2 lows because 3 and 4, which are the 2 highest lows, don't add up to 8. They only add up to 7. So again, the 8 cage is a high number, being 6 or 7, going with a 1 or 2 low number. So in this box, yet again, we've got a 14 cage that is a 5 and a high and a low. We have a high and a low there, a high and a low there, a high here, so this is low, and again we can colour the whole line accordingly. And we can do it again here. So no, sort of, we can do it again here. We've got a high in box 5, high, low, high, low, high, low, 5 and low in these 2, which is a shame. I don't really know how to pencil mark it. Let's go blue and grey in half shading. One of those is low and the other one's a 5. So this is low. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is high. I don't really know how to use this now. Let's have a look at this 7, 8, 9 thing again. Or no, maybe if that was a 5, these 2 couldn't be 5. You'd have a 5 here. It doesn't fix 5 there. If that was a 5, you'd have a 5 here and a 5 in one of those 2. I don't know. Okay, let's ponder this. What else have we got going on? Okay, I'm not sure. Sorry, let me try and think of a way to make the next bit of progress. So this is in the middle. This is high, and it can't be 6. We've worked that out. 6 can't sit in the middle. Oh, excuse me while I come back and get... Okay, that's really annoying. Somebody thought my flat was for sale. It isn't. Anyway, 7, 8, or 9 there. This can't be the 4. So 1, 2, or 3 there. But this could even be 6. This, I don't know, of course, if this is high or low yet. These 3 cells see each other, and that feels quite interesting. This is very likely, in my opinion, adding up to 14, to be 5, 3, 6. Now, if it's not, If this is not 5, 3 or 6, then, well, 6 can go here. Okay, maybe that's just nonsense. Okay, I'm missing something here. What am I missing? 7, 8 and 9 in this group. Is there some cell they can all see that I haven't thought of? I don't think so. They can all see that. Now, can that be 6? That's a thought worth having. Because I'd like to make it so it's low. If that was 6, then this is 1. Then this has to be 2 or 3. If it's 3 up here, it has to be surrounded by 8 and 9. If it's 2, then that's 1, 7. And again, it's surrounded by 8 or 9. So it would be good to prove it's not 1, which is going to happen if that is 6. It's also going to happen if that's 1, or if that's 1. Maybe I need to be looking a little further afield. So, I don't know, 5's in those positions. 5 there. So we get a 5 in one of these places down here. That can't be 5. So 5 is definitely in box 2 in that shape. No, I can't quite see how to get through here. Sorry, I'm going to have to take a step back and think about this a little. 5, 7, 2. If that's a 5, that's a 5, that would have to be 5. That's quite interesting. Crumbs. No, I'm sorry about this. These 3 all have to be different, don't they? Because they can all see each other by knight's move or being in the same box. And they're all low. That's 1 or 2 in there. 1, 2 or 3 there. Makes it feel like this ought to be 4. Yes, can 4 be in this? Right. Can 4 be in this 14 cage? No, it cannot. Because it would be 5, 4, 5. So 4 has to be here. Right, and that gives us a 9. We got a digit. Okay, that has to be 9. This now is 1, 2 or 3 because it can see that 4. This can't be 9 because it can see that 9. It's 8, 7 or 6. Now, 4 there. If that was 3, it would be surrounded by 8 there and 9 there. Is this going to end up being 9, whatever? Can 9 be in here? 5, 9, 2. The 9 would be there. If that was 5 and 2, yeah, that couldn't work. If this was 5, 9, 2, you'd have a 1, 7 here. That would be 3. Yeah, where would 6 go? Where does 6 go? Maybe that's... No, 6 can be there at the moment with 1 there. Okay, but it's not 5, 9, 2 here. Because this would be 1, 7. That would be a 3, and you'd have a 6 on one side of the 3. So that's not 5, 9, 2. Where does 9 go in the box? It goes there. Now that can see these positions. This can't be 9 just on ordinary Sudoku. So 9's in one of those two spots. It's getting hard to place a 9 in column 8. That's out. With those two both done. It depends which one it is. Okay, but we've got that 9 now. Can this be, let's have a look. Can this be 8, 5, 1? Why did I think 9 could be in a cage with a 5? That's what I need to have a ponder to myself about. That was dumb. Okay, but anyway. 8, 5, 1 adds up to 14. Maybe I misread the total. 8, 5, 1 would give a 2, 6 here, a 3 and a 7, and that's not possible either. So this is not 8, 5, 1. Where does 8 go in the box? It goes there. But now this can be 7, 5, 2, which would put a 3 there, or 6, 5, 3, 7, which would put a 2 there. That can't be 1 anymore. Is that right? 7, 5, 2. No, it's not right. 7, 5, 2 is impossible because that becomes totally impossible. My maths is going very badly wrong today, but I've got it now. 7, 5, 2 doesn't work here. So that now has to be 6, 5, 3. They all see this cell. All of those cells see that cell. So that can't be 6 or 3. And now we know it's low. So those are low, those are high. That can't be 4 because it can see this 4 that we placed. This can't be 6, 2 now. That's 1, 7. This is a 2. That can't be 2 or 1 because of those. Now, can we work the same oracle here? This can't have... Well, it can't have a 9 in it. There's a start. I don't know these heights, that's all, which one is high and which one's low. Can it have an 8? 5, 8, 1 would put 2 here. This is a bit less constrained because we don't know the heights, I think, of those. So maybe that's not the way to look at this. This is high and it can't be 9. That's interesting. 8, 7 or 6 there. So this now is 1 or 3. This, between them, they see each other. They have to be at least 1 or 2. So this is 7 or 9. And that has to be the same as this because it sees the other 2 in this cage. And different from that... I think I'm getting close. That 2 sees that cell, which is not a 2. If it was a 3, that's a 3. No, okay, think again about, what about 6s? If 6 is not in this cage, let's try that. Then 6 would have to be here with a 1 there, which would put a 2 here. Six, 1, 2. That could be, no, it couldn't be 3, 4, 7. If 6 was there, I don't think this is working. If 6 was there, that would be 1, that would be 2. This 5 would have to go, well, it can't go with either 4, 6 or 3, 5, so no way. In fact, the 5 can't go with a 4 in a 14 cage. That's quite a useful bit of learning. It puts 4 definitely in one of those two cells. But anyway, also it must, 6 can't go there. 6 also can't go there because it would need 1 on both sides seeing each other. So 6 is in this cage. So it's a 6, 5, 3 cage again. 5 can't be there, we worked out earlier. 6, 5, 3. So this is a 4, which is fine. 6, 5, 3, 4. So we've got this cell can see 2 and 8. So it's 1, 7 or 9. If it's a 7 or 9, we've got a triple, and this is going to be a 1 because it can see a 2. If it is a 1, this sees a 9, but I think it can still be 7 or 8. It can't be a 6 because that would put another 1 here. Okay, so we've got a 1, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. Yes, 2 sees both those cells. That's the simple way of going about that. So 2 there. That doesn't fix this. Means we've got a 2 in one of these 2 cells. Now that 2 sees all of these cells, but one of these is low. So 2 could be there as well as in those 2. And I don't know the order of these unless I'm missing something about... 1 is in one of those 2 places. Is there something about... These 3 are a set, aren't they? They all see each other. So that is a 3, 5, 6 triple. So 5's in one of those and not there. That's all it tells me. That is the same as that. If it was a 3, that would be very useful down here, but we don't know that. It could be a 6, in which case it could be in that cell. Again, this is the same as this. We know that. Gosh, I'm not getting through this very fast. That could still be 2 or 5. Oh, now one of those is 5. If it was there, that couldn't be 5. That would be 5. Then, that won't work, because that would force that to be 5, which sees that. So this can't be 5. Maybe the way to look at it is it would force a 5 there, and both of these 5 positions would be impossible. So that's not 5. So we've got the 5 there, which doesn't fix it there, but it does put it in one of these 2 cells. It doesn't fix the 5 here either, which is a shame. It puts it somewhere in those 3, which doesn't do as much as I was hoping. That's a 3, 6 pair in the column though, and they see this cell, so that's a 1. That fixes 1 in this box, and that decides the height. Those ones are low, those ones are high. We've got a 7, 9 pair, so this is 8 in the cage, in the 24 cage. 7, 9. They are the same. That's not helping. This can't be 9. Oh, it also can't be 7 because that pair is looking at that. It can't be 6 either because that would require a 1 here seeing that one. So that is an 8. And that fixes, as was already done, the rest of this cage. 7, 9, that's the same as that because those 2 see each other. That becomes a 7. This becomes a 6. That makes this a 1 on the line. This can't be a 1 or a 2, but it has to be at least 5 away. So that is a 3. That gets a 6, 5, 3 done. Suddenly we are cooking with gas. And we have loads. 7 is looking up there, so that resolves those. We've got a 2, 8, 6. This sees a 6. That doesn't. 2, 8, 6, 1, 9. So we've got a 7, 3 pair. We know which way round those go. Which way round those go because of that 7. 5, 4 here. We don't know which way round those go. Now, in this central box, we have 6, 3, 8. Also, this one can see 1, 7, 4, and 9, so it's 2 or 5. This one sees 9, 1, 8, 7, 6, 3. So it's 2, 4 or 5, which hasn't resolved those. 5, 8, 2, 6, 3. So we've got 1, 4, 7 and 9 to place. Now 4 can't be in the middle of a line. If that was a 4, we'd have a 9 here. Then these would be a 1, 7 pair. We'd know the order, 7, 1, 9, 4. It does just work. What does this see? 6, 3, 8, 9, 2. So that is 1, 4, 5 or 7 and is the same parity, height or lowness, but a different number from this one. So it can't be a 5. That was silly. Just because it can't see a 5, it's on a line. So if this is a 1, well, that's impossible, because that has to be the same. You'd go low, high, low, but it couldn't be another 1. So that's not a 1. If it's a 4, that's a 1. If it's a 7, that's a 9. This is quite clever. 6, 3, 8, 1, 7, 4. That is 2, 5 or 9, but it can't be 5 because it's on the line. If it's 2, that is 3 or 4. But that can't be 4 because this can't be 9. So if that's 2, that's 3, and this is 8. And that can't be 8 because it sees that. Good grief. Okay, this can't be 2 because that can't be 8 or 9. And although 2, 7 would theoretically work, you'd then end up with that not being able to be 1 or 2. So that's a 9, and we know its height now. It's high. These ones are low, so that is 1 or 4 there. This sees... no, never mind about that. 1 or 4. So this can't be 9. 9's in one of those positions. Don't quite know what to do with that yet. This is such an intricate puzzle. I mean, it really is intriguing how you have to look at things in this. 8 looking at that. That's quite straightforward. 2 there. So we've got a 6, 8 pair that I can't disambiguate. 2, 1, 9, 7. This one sees 3, 6 and 8. So it's 4 or 5. That sees both of those cells. That makes it a little unlikely to be a 4, but that's not quite enough. Actually, yeah, that does work. If this was a 4, you'd get a 7 here, a 1 there. No, that could be a 2. That does work. That's all right. It could be a 4. Right. Let's be a bit more rigorous. This is low, and it sees 1 and 3, so that's 2 or 4. This is high, and it sees 9 and 6, so it's 8 or 7. This can't be a 4, because it would need a 9 there as well. Yes, that's a 2. That's more straightforward. That doesn't fix this. We have 4, 6, 7 and 8 to place out in the rest of the row. I have a feeling I'm just not seeing things very quickly here, so apologies if you are seeing them quicker than me. That is absolutely your prerogative. 9, 6, 3, 8. This isn't allowed to be a 4, I know that, and it can't be a 5 either. So it's 1, 2 or 7. Now, it can't be a 7 because the 4 is not low enough. So that is low. That is a 1 or a 2. So that's low as well. Okay, well that's good because we know what the high numbers must be straight away now. 9, 7. The low numbers, that can be 1 or 2, but this can only be 1 or 4. So we can place 7 in the row. Those two can't be 7 now. Those two involve 1 and 4, so that can't be 4 because they both see it. Now they're not resolved as far as I can see. If that was a 4, they would be, but that's not enough to do anything. 2, 1, 9, 4, 8, 7. So we've got a naked triple up here. That's a 3, 5, 6 triple. In fact, this is a naked single 5. Good grief. So can we fix the 3 and the 6? No. But 2, 1, 9. So 7, 8, and 4 in the remaining cells of the box. Now that is seeing a 7 down below, so that's pretty straightforward. 8 there, 5, 8, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 1, 9. Thank you to that 9. That 4 does see this now, so that's resolved. 2, 4, 5. And now we are going along. Again, 9, 1, 5, 8, 4, 7. So 2 or 6 there, 2, 3 or 6 here. Missing something there, probably can't see it. 1, 5 and 6 is a triple here. That one can't be 1. 2, 3 and 8 here. The first one can't be 2 on the knight's move. Actually, it can't be 3 or 2, so that's an 8. Oh, that fixes the cell above it as a 7, 4, 7. In fact, that is now not able to be 8 or 4, so 8 goes there. Missed print, didn't help there. 5, 4 and 3 up here. 3, 4, 5. That can't be 5. That can't be 4. 1, 2, 9 at the top. This one can't be 9. 4, 7, 9, 1, 2. Right. This can't be 3, so it's 5, 6 or 8. 7. Oh, look, I can place 7. The last 7 in the grid goes in there. No, 6 isn't necessarily in that. Now, am I missing something out here again? Probably am. Right, in this row, we've got 4, 7, 9, 1, 2. So we've got 3, 5... Hammering continues behind me. 8 cannot be in those cells. 6 can't be there. 4, 1, 9, 7. I'm sure this is more straightforward than I'm finding it. I seem to have done almost all the German whispers. That is nearly fixed. I should just fix the colouring there, I suppose. And there. Let's just get it right on the German. Oh my goodness, I hope that's not somebody else trying to buy the flat. Excuse me. No, just a delivery. Honestly, there's no respect for YouTubing. So, come on. 3, 5, 6 and 8. Those two couldn't be 8 and worked that out. Ooh, come on. This must come down. 7, 4, 9, 1, 2. So... I don't know, the knight's moves aren't reaching quite as far. I must be missing something here, sorry. 3, 6, 8, 7, 9, 3 across the bottom, 4, 1. These are from 5, 6 and 8. 2 is in one of those. Wow, okay. I'm just not seeing a connection here. So let's just think about it again. 7, 9, 1, 2. That. Wow, okay. How can there be a knight's move reaching across somewhere? Right, that can see 9, 8, 7, 2, 4, 1. So that. Oh, hang on. 3, 5 or 6. Are you serious? That's brilliant. That's a triple if that's right. So these see 1, 2, 4, 9, 7, and they both see 8s. This sees 1, 4, 2, 9, 7, and 8. Yes, that's a 3, 5, 6 triple. Making that an 8. That's really elegant, actually. So that's not an 8. Now, that 8, does that get everything done suddenly? not ostensibly, 8, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we've got a 9 in one of those two, a 1 in one of those, 4 in somewhere in there, but 2 could be in any of those. So how do we go now? 3, 5, 6. Oh, look, those see each other, and they both see that. So they have to be a 5, 6 pair, and that has to be where the 3 is. So now we get a 5, 6 pair looking up at a 1, and suddenly it might be doable. What a brilliant finish if that's really part of the puzzle. If it's not, I apologise, and it's more straightforward, and I'm not on my game. But if it is, that is really elegant. 2 and 3, yeah, it's coming together now. So that can't be 3. What about this? Is now a 9, isn't it? That can't be a 1 because of this 1 here. So we get a 1 there. That's where 1 is at the top. 1, 2, 9. This 3 and 6 pair has been resolved. That 3 then reaches across for this 5. That's beautiful. And the 2 and the 4 finish here. And just a pair in the bottom right. That's a lovely puzzle. Really enjoyable. I mean, I have a feeling I was stumbling around a bit, but that triple towards the end was absolutely gorgeous. And of course it was 5. Sometimes 5s feel like they're the most useless number in a German Whispers because they can't go on the line and they don't do anything. But in fact, where 5s went, and looking at that cell at the beginning, and the fact that they couldn't be, once they were there, they couldn't be in the 8 cage, was incredibly helpful. Really interesting puzzle. Thank you very much, G, for sending that. Enjoyed it a lot. Thank you for watching as always. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.